Summary of the International Jew by Henry Ford. Overview. The International Jew is a 4-volume series of booklets published between 1920 and 1922, compiled from 91 articles originally serialized in Henry Ford's newspaper, the Dearborn Independent, beginning with The International Jew, The World's Problem, on May 22, 1920. The articles were primarily authored by William J. Cameron, based on Ford's views and materials gathered by Ernest G. Liebald. Over 500,000 copies were distributed through Ford's dealerships and subscribers. The series draws heavily from the Protocols of the Elders of Zion, a document presented as evidence of a Jewish plan for global control. The book examines what it calls the Jewish question, focusing on alleged Jewish influence in finance, politics, media, and society. Key points and themes. 1. Jewish characteristics and solidarity. The book describes Jews as possessing distinct mental and moral traits, including a distaste for hard or violent physical labor, strong family and religious instincts, resilience in adverse environments, and skill in financial speculation. It claims these traits enable Jews to maintain racial solidarity and thrive in urban, commercial settings while resisting assimilation into host societies. Example. The text states Jews swarmed through the war organizations, principally those departments which dealt with the commercial and industrial business of war, suggesting they gained economic advantages post-World War I. Quote, "The Jew is the world's enigma. Poor in his masses, he yet controls the world's finances. Scattered abroad without country or government, he yet presents a unity of race continuity that no other people has achieved." 2. Alleged Jewish World Program. The series asserts that Jews operate as a unified, secretive force pursuing global dominance, citing the Protocols of the Elders of Zion as evidence. It describes a definite Jewish world program, where Jews act as a supernation, influencing governments and economies by manipulating international events. Example. The book claims Jews orchestrated the Russian Revolution, stating, "The so-called dictatorship of the proletariat is really and practically the dictatorship of Jews." It also alleges Jews retained hidden power in Germany after relinquishing public offices post-war. Quote, "The only statement I care to make about the protocols is that they fit in with what is going on. They have fitted the world situation up to this time. They fit it now." 3. Control over finance, media, and industry. The book argues that Jews dominate global finance, media, and industries, using these sectors to shape societal outcomes. It highlights their alleged control over banks, theaters, real estate, and the press, claiming this influence promotes economic instability and cultural shifts. Example. In the U.S., it points to Jewish involvement in war-related departments for profit. In Germany, it attributes the empire's collapse to Jewish control of the press and food supply. It also accuses Jewish bankers of holding Texas cotton farmers hostage financially. Quote, "Jewish hands were in almost exclusive control of the engines of publicity by which public opinion concerning the German people was molded. The sole winners of the war were Jews." 4. Influence in politics, war, and culture. The text claims Jews contribute to political instability, wars, and cultural changes to advance their interests. It portrays them as unpatriotic guests in nations, manipulating events like revolutions and peace conferences while promoting modern cultural trends such as new music, movies, and social mores. Example. In Germany, the book suggests Jews lacked patriotism during World War I and controlled socialism to undermine order. In Poland, it claims Jews used the peace conference to influence national policies. Culturally, it links Jews to urban modernity, contrasting this with rural values. Quote, "The Jew in Germany is regarded as only a guest of the people. He has offended by trying to turn himself into the host. There are no stronger contrasts in the world than the pure Germanic and pure Semitic races. Therefore, there has been no harmony between the two in Germany." 5. Jewish unity and non-assimilation. The book emphasizes Jewish solidarity, claiming Jews maintain a unified identity across nations, which allows them to operate as a cohesive force. It distinguishes between poor Jews and influential leaders, but asserts their shared loyalty enables collective action. Example. It notes Jewish resilience in Russia, where they allegedly led Bolshevism while appearing dispersed, maintaining unity despite adversity. Quote, Judaism is the most closely organized power on earth, even more than the British Empire. Impact and response. The series gained significant attention, influencing figures like Nazi leader Baldur von Schirach, who credited it for shaping his views, and Adolf Hitler, who referenced Ford in Mein Kampf and kept copies of the book. It faced backlash, including boycotts and a libel suit by Aaron Shapiro in 1927, prompting Ford to settle, close the Dearborn Independent, and issue an apology retracting the claims as based on gross forgeries. Despite this, the booklets continued to circulate globally.